Senator Ned Nwoko, the senator representing Delta North Senatorial District in the Nigerian Senate, has come out to say that creating more states for Southeasterners will end marginalization of Ndibo. Creating Anioma state will give Southeasterners a sense of belonging, a sense of ownership. That's one of the reasons why Southeasterners are crying of marginalization is because we have just 5 states, while other regions have 6 states, 7 states, 8 states, respectively. That there should be peace, there should be equity and justice, and that is why they are proposing seriously that Anioma state must be created. Senator Ned Nwoko also said that releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring a total peace in Southeast and end insecurity that have overwhelmed the region. He also said, he went further to say that the federal government of Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu unjustly. He is being held unjustly. There is no reason why he should continue staying in DSS dungeon. These are the few points, Ned Nwoko, these are the few points what he discussed when he was on Channels TV. I want you to listen to him, then we will come back and discuss further how creating more states will end marginalization of Southeasterners. And I also want to know the benefits of this of creating this Anioma state to Southeasterners. These are what I want to know. But first, let us listen to the senator and the creation of Anioma states. Fondibu.
On the floor of the Senate, and you have argued with your colleagues the need for an Anioma state, and don't even begin the conversation around marginalization, because that's the first thing, because people will say we have Southwest 6 states, South 6 states, Northeast 6 states, North Central 6 states, Northwest 7 states, but Southeast 5 states. Is that part of the agenda to fix the Southeast that seems to be smaller in terms of the number of states, or what?
Well, almost just over a year ago, I had a meeting with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where I discussed about the problems of Southeast, the insecurity in Southeast. You know, what do we do to address it? And he knows the problems, and he also has an idea. The whole idea is that there should be some level of equity extended to the Igbos of Southeast by having an additional state. It wasn't going to be an easy task, you know, to create one, but it is doable. And I'm happy that we have come this far. The point is this: even at that time, it was understood that the problems of Southeast, the agitations of the youths of Southeast, the killings there, the referring to the ESN groups and ESN and IPOB and the rest of them. These are young people who have come up to say that they are fighting for freedom because they are marginalized. And one of the areas that they've all spoken about and against is the fact that they are the only zone. Southeast is the only zone in Nigeria that has 5 states. Why is that? Why was it done intentionally to undermine them? Of course, yes. And from engaging those youths, it became so obvious that if a step is taken in creating one state, just one state, to bring it apart with the 5 other zones, let's leave Northwest out of this now, at least bring it apart to the 4 other zones, then something would have been done for them. You know, yes, they are clamoring for different things, but I mean, not least, of course, the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They're asking for it. We know that that is something that has to be done. You know, you would just say
Nnamdi Kanu to be
released. Yes, yeah, of course.
Why do you think so?
Nnamdi Kanu has been in custody for some time now. I believe that he has been held unjustly. Many people feel that way.
As a lawyer, do you think so?
Oh yes, yes.
That the judicial process is unjust?
Yes, yeah, no, it has been. There's a lot of delays in prosecuting him and all that. If you want to get him tried and convicted, get on with it, you know. But this is a guy who has been held unjustly aside, you know, for so many months.
And the Buhari government started it.
I'm not talking about this government.
Trial. No, so the point I'm even making now.
I'm talking about the previous government under Buhari when
it's facing a judicial process right now.
Yes.
Saying is just because the argument is that there should be a political solution, maybe a nullity prosecution. Prosecution should be established on that for the case to be withdrawn. But there are those who say, well, there are allegations and it's left for the law for him to have his day in court, which is in process.
But as you know, there has been some pronouncements by the Federal High Court, which has not been respected. You know, so his incarceration is the main reason for the crisis in Southeast.
But the crisis started before he was even arrested.
No.
The killings, the burning of police station, the killing of police officers and all whatnot.
Well, look, the problem in Southeast is very different from what is in the Northeast or Northwest and all those areas. You know, the problem in the Southeast has to do with the perceived injustice by governments, successive governments. So what needs to be done? And one of it's why I'm here today, you know, talking about the creation of states to make up the number up to 5. And then you have the release of Nnamdi Kanu. By the time you do these two things, I am almost certain that peace will return to Southeast.
Let me ask you this question, Senator.
I have spoken to so many youths in Southeast, from Southeast, and they have assured me that that they are prepared to be engaged by us, by the leadership. You know, when this is done, they don't want to die. The youths don't want to die. They want to go back to schools. They want to go back to their jobs. All they want is some level of respect and acknowledgement by the nation, by the government of Nigeria.
Senator Ned Nwoko, first, I want to appreciate you for calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and for also admitting that the federal government of Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu unjustly. The reason why I am showing this appreciation is simple. When Nnamdi Kanu brothers, his kinsmen, I'm talking about Ojo Zokalo and Chukwumacha Soludo, when they were on this same channel's TV, the journalists asked them about Nnamdi Kanu, the same way when they asked the senator about Nnamdi Kanu, Ned Nwoko. When they asked Ojo Zokalo, what can you say about this Nnamdi Kanu case? What do you think about the political solution where people they talk about for long? Ojo Zokalo said, please, I don't want to discuss this matter. Hold your peace, journalist. If the reason you called me for this your TV station now to discuss Nnamdi Kanu case, I beg, it is better I take a walk. Because Ojo Zokalo is a coward who could not open his mouth to discuss matter where concern his own brother from his own state. I want you to understand what is playing out here. It is maybe if Ojo Zokalo is in PDP, they will say, oh, you know, say he there for PDP. If he was in PDP, rather, he can easily discuss, he will be free to discuss Nnamdi Kanu. But you know, say he there for the same party with Tinubu. So if he talk about Nnamdi Kanu in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, it will look like he's snitching on the president, where both of them did for the same party. But this Ned Nwoko did for APC as well. Ned Nwoko was once in PDP. He cross-carpeted and presently he's in APC. And he was not even afraid of the so-called president. He boldly told them the truth that Nnamdi Kanu is being held unjustly and he should be released. Soludo, when they asked him about Nnamdi Kanu, what did he say? He said, please, re-electing me, my election in November is more important, more than discussing Nnamdi Kanu. They cowardly shoved the question asked by the journalist away. But this is what Ned Nwoko did, and that is why I'm saying thank you to him. Now let us go to the subject matter of today. Let's go to the main topic. And I am going to rope the marginalization he raised and Nnamdi Kanu matter and also the creation of Anioma State. Why I want to add all these things together is because if you listen very, very keenly, there was something he said that one of the reasons for the agitation, the calling for Biafran state or separating from Nigeria, is because of these 5 states where we get for Southeast. And there is need, the moment you create more states, you will now give them that sense of ownership, like I am part of these people. More like, I know that's 3 hours. What would they talk about? Also, they have not rehabilitated, they have not reintegrated these people. This region has not been reintegrated into Nigeria. So that is what Ned Nwoko is trying to imply. And that is why they said they are going to conduct a referendum. The Anioma where they want to create and the 5 states where they for Southeast, they will conduct a referendum and the majority carries the vote. They will determine whether there is need to create Anioma state. They are really pushing the Anioma state to make it 6 states for Southeast. And this Anioma state is going to be coming out from Delta. Ned Nwoko, in as much as I appreciate your boldness in speaking about Nnamdi Kanu, there are pertinent questions I would also love to ask about this creation of Anioma state. 1, what positive impact will this Anioma state, what impact is it going to create in the life of an average Easterner? What are we going to gain? Is there something, aside the fact that you say other states have 6 states, 7 states, and now we have only 5 states? I want to understand what this Anioma state, how this Anioma state will end the marginalization. This Nnamdi Kanu that you said is being held unjustly, do you think that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is suffering is because that we have only 5 states in the Southeast? Is that what the senator is telling us? Because that is what I'm understanding from what I watched. That we need more states. Is that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu has been suffering for over 4 years? I don't think so. The calling of Biafra, let us have Biafra. Do you also think that this Biafra, the reason why we need to break away from Nigeria to have our own sovereign state, was that the reason why Ojukwu went and fought, why Ojukwu fought this 3.5-year war, just to have more states? I still don't think so. Maybe these people don't really understand the marginalization. When we say marginalization, they don't understand it from the aspect or from the context we are also coming from. They don't understand them from our own perspective. They are understanding it maybe the way with their own head they carry them. That is the way they are understanding it. Creating more states is even a burden to Southeasterners, because the already existing states, the ones where they exist now, the states we have in Southeast, are they really viable? Like, are they working? Those 5 states where we get, are the governors delivering on their mandates? Don't you think that you are creating more states is even creating more chaos and creating an avenue for embezzlement? Because when you create more states, you have a governor in the state, you have senators, you have House of Reps members. Is it not a burden? There are so many things. There are reasons. The reasons why Southeasterners are crying of marginalization is because of non-inclusivity into the Nigerian state. The Igbos have not been included in Nigeria yet. The Igbos are seriously sidelined in Nigeria. The name Igbo irritates an average Nigerian. That is what we are talking about. They see the Igbos as 50th-class citizens. In fact, they said that their cow comes first before a Southeasterners. That is why currently we don't have seaport in the Southeast. We don't have a viable international, a working international airport. There are so many federal presence that is lacking in the Southeast. Federal roads in the Southeast are being abandoned. When they want to appoint people, they will look at Southeasterners and give them small position and leave the bigger share, more like the lion's share, the bigger meat. They will leave it for other regions. They see Southeasterners not even as last born, as a house help, as a maid in the family. Southeasterners are being seen as maid in Nigeria. So this is what we are talking about, not creation of state. the more you create states, the more confusion you are creating. The more confusion you are bringing in the region. Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for more state creation. He is fighting for the Igbo's inclusivity, and he feel that there is no way the Igbos will be included in Nigeria. And that is why separating this referendum you are calling to create Anioma state, is it not better you call for a referendum to determine whether Nigerians want to remain in Nigeria or not? So I don't think creating Anioma state will end marginalization in the region. What we need in our region is, many of us have decided that Nigeria is an evil entity. We want out. And that is why the House of Reps members, the senators, as a matter of urgency, should start including referendum in the Nigerian constitution, because they say they have amended this constitution several times. But I am yet to see the referendum included in the constitution. Trash that 1999 constitution. Let referendum be like ASAP included in that constitution, and let the people decide whether they want to stay or not. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria or the region will remain the way it is until something drastic, a drastic action is being taken. And that action is, let us decide whether we want to remain or not. Whenever they are bringing money to do all those their rail line, they will not include Southeast. When they budget money to construct new roads, federal roads, the Southeast will be taken out of the paper. Whatever they are doing, anything they are doing in other regions, Southeast must be excluded. And that is what we are talking about. Not creation of Anioma state, and not creating more confusion in the name of creating states. And I summarize by saying, Nnamdi Kanu is not in DSS custody. Nnamdi Kanu is not agitating for Biafra because of 5 states. He's not agitating because we have only 5 states. He's agitating because of a bigger problem. A bigger problem that even you are not seeing. Thank you for watching.